Hey guys, how's it going? Fever here. A new map was recently released for Counter-Strike Global Offensive by the name of Canals. Now, as you all might know, I always get excited at the addition of new content in CSGO. However, Canals left quite a bit to be desired. Canals was added to the reserve group of maps away from the more competitive active duty pool, but I think it goes without saying that it will undoubtedly be included in the active duty pool at some point in the future. Valve has done this before, adding their own maps to operation and reserve pools for an initial phase, and then rotating them into the active duty pool at a later date after testing and reiterating the initial layout. Right now, it's pretty up in the air when that is going to happen, and when it does happen, we will have no idea what will be changed. However, I thought that as a community here at the Fever Reaver YouTube channel and Twitch stream, we could pull together and talk about what we want to change about the map. In its current form, it's frustrating to play on both sides as the map's close quarters areas become a complete clusterfuck with all the SMGs and shotguns. The verticality of the map, as well as its somewhat unnecessary complexity, also leads to difficult situations on either side of the engagement. Meanwhile, the timings of when the counter-terrorists and terrorists reach key choke points feels a bit off and more than unfair, but in different ways for each side. While the map does have potential, I feel eliminating some of these problems will improve the overall level of player enjoyment at all skill levels. As always, let me know what you think in the comments below. I read and respond to pretty much all of them. I've played a couple of games to varying degrees of success, and these are just my personal opinions based on what I have experienced and seen on the internet. I don't want to change anything too radically and make it into a different map because the core concept is interesting, and I do enjoy it, to an extent. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you my 3-step plan to make Canals great again. Or make it great in the first place, I'm not sure. Step 1. Relocate CT spawn. Now, one of the biggest issues I've seen everyone talk about is timing. Most of the solutions I've seen proposed have to do with how the terrorists spawn, and it seems a lot of people want to move the terrorists back, or perhaps over to the side. On the other side, however, CTs have multiple avenues to push the A bomb site for quick map control, so instead of putting the terrorists at an even worse position to take the A site, it would be optimal to relocate the CT spawn area right about here on a nearby pier. That way, CTs can get to B slightly faster so that the contact timing isn't as bad as it is right now, and it makes the A rush slightly worse for CTs. This is one of the first things they need to change about this map through one method or another, as it's frustrating to lose tons of map control due to just a few seconds difference between you and the opposite team, whether you're on attack or on defense. Step 2. Change the cross to B. Guys, I think it pretty much goes without saying that this is fucking ridiculous. One of the biggest complaints about Dust 2 prior to it being removed from the active duty map pool was that defending players could be killed before even reaching the B bomb site. However, this is hundreds of times worse for the CTs. Now, instead of even having any sort of metal doors to mitigate damage, you're forced to either cross over the high bridge while the terrorists already have an angle, go low and be late to the B bomb site, or ignore it and go up the safe way, giving up a massive amount of map control. To improve this area, the only thing I think needs to be done is for the bridge to interact differently with grenades, and for the scaffolding to be extended a little more to tighten up this angle. Crossing down low isn't too bad right now, and I think that with the changes to the scaffolding, it'll be decently safe, even on save rounds. But on any buy round where you need to get to B as fast as possible, you should be able to quickly and easily smoke this bridge without any sort of precise lineups. You simply don't have time for them, and just about everything I've tried I haven't been able to do consistently. So I think by making this railing solid to grenades, and by shortening the window of opportunity for a terrorist to kill a crossing CT, the round won't be as heavily influenced by early game picks and damage, and lets the game play out in the more traditional site take where CTs have map control first, that the terrorists have to take from them afterward. Step 3. Keep it simple, stupid. Sometimes I feel like Valve doesn't learn from past mistakes. It seems as though every map they've released, barring Mirage, has had serious issues with the complexity. Inevitably, they always simplify them so that you don't have to pick your angles randomly and hope that your opponent isn't looking at you from the spot you didn't aim at. While defending B, the CTs only really have 2 spots to play, defending from the opposite side of the bridge or playing at the stairs. Now when the terrorists attack the site, this simple piece of wood here splits their angles up quite significantly. So why not just remove this wooden thing? This room is already very small, so removing this won't reduce the effectiveness of shotguns and SMGs, but allow you to read the room a bit easier and take your fights instead of being shot in the side. It'll also make it a bit easier for CTs to throw grenades and mitigate rushes. There's numerous other areas and rooms that have props and walls that split them into chunks, and smaller rooms and bad angles, and it's all a bit unnecessary in my opinion. This map clearly wants intense close quarters combat, but with the current state of CSGO, I don't really think we need things to be this close and hectic, as it feels a bit random and brainless when everything is happening so fast. A map should also be easily digestible for new players, so of course while some people will get lost no matter how simple you make it, the twisty, roundabout staircases, hallways, and extra rooms don't really do much to aid the navigation of more experienced players either. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please keep in mind that these are just opinions, and I would love to hear any of your opinions as well. Canals is going to go through some changes one way or another, but I thought it might be fun to give my take on what a few simple changes could do to make this map a lot more fun to play. I hope you had fun hanging out, and if you want more CSGO content, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Or if you didn't enjoy this video so much, leave a dislike and let me know what you might want to see instead. And again, feel free to leave your comments down below giving me your own opinions on the current state of Canal, and what you think we could do to make it a better map. My throat is a bit sore, but I didn't really want to wait too much longer to do this video, so if I sound a little weird, that might be why. I'd also like to give a big thanks to my friend Tristan. His Twitter handle is @memedream with 3's in the word meme. I'll put it on the screen there. Be sure to go and give him a follow. He was a real big help during this video. He was the Adrena's #1 player that you see in some of those split screen videos. I'll see you on the next one, and be sure to show your teacher at the next show and tell. Take it easy, guys. Cool.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
That was like a John Woo movie, don't you think?
They got ripped.